Thank you. Thank you. That's great. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Jane. That's fantastic. And it's lovely to be here. Thank you to PMAT and to Save UTAS for hosting a candidates event. It's a really important part of democracy, and I'd like to thank Nathan for being here and making himself available as a candidate. It's no small thing to run for election. It takes a lot from you, from your family and the people who support you. So congratulations on running, Nathan. And also I'd like to acknowledge Vicar Bailey, MP in the room, Greens member for Clark. It's really good when you support your colleagues by coming along. I'd also pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land that we are meeting on today and to any Aboriginal people here in the room with us. With that, we're here to talk about three really interesting topics in their own right. DAPS, the rezoning of UTAS land above Churchill Ave and more broadly the fate of the Sandy Bay campus, and also the highly controversial Macquarie Point Stadium. I think these are all linked, and the link is they're about democracy, and it's about a trajectory that we are on in this state under this Liberal government where we are seeing democracy eroded. Now, right now, we're in the midst of an election campaign for the seat of Nelson, but democracy isn't just about election time. We don't say to citizens, front up and vote. In fact, we expect you, because it's compulsory to do so, front up and vote at election time and then disappear and keep quiet. That's not democracy. We actually have really fundamental, important ways that citizens need to be involved in democracy in an ongoing, continuous way, particularly citizens who are interested in helping to shape their communities, physically, socially, economically, environmentally. And we need to do that in a really fundamental way through our planning system. And that's the other thing that links the three topics that we're here to talk about today, I think, fundamentally. Our planning system and what's happening to it. The common themes across the three topics are an erosion of community voice, an erosion, therefore, of democracy. Now, in our planning system, there's actually objectives in our planning system that say that the community should have a say. There's objectives that say that the community should be part of shared responsibility. Literally, it says to promote shared responsibility for resource management and planning between the different spheres of government, the community and industry in the state. That's who's supposed to be involved in having a say and shaping our communities through our planning system. What we're seeing with DAPS, what we're seeing with the proposed rezone of the UTAS campus and what we're seeing with Macquarie Point Stadium is utterly against those objectives, utterly against them. And it's not right. And your upper house and independents in your upper house are a bulwark against this erosion. So that's why I'm encouraging you to think about your vote in these upper house elections, the Nelson election, the Pembroke election and the Montgomery election, and think about how that result of those elections will contribute to democracy in this state and contribute to community voice being heard and having the chance to be represented, and how it could erode those things. When major parties especially gain seats, we erode those things because both major parties are lining up together on each of these issues to erode them. So we will talk in detail, no doubt, through questions about each of those matters. DAPS is an issue the upper house has dealt with already last year. The independents in the upper house blocked the DAPS bill, and that was a good piece of work driven by community having their say to us as representatives and us representing that in a vote in Parliament. We've got another DAPS bill, son of DAP perhaps. It's coming to us very soon. I'm hoping the upper house can give that a similar short shrift. We've got the Macquarie Point Stadium. Now, I believe that that is an utterly damning indictment on this government as an incredibly poor piece of governance and decision making. A failure of the Premier. This is a corrupted process from the beginning because it was started in secret with a secret deal signed behind closed doors with no recourse even to the Cabinet, let alone the Parliament or the people. We did not ever sign a blank cheque for our AFL team. So many of us want and love the idea of a Tasmanian AFL team, but we were never asked, would we sign a blank cheque for it? And that's what we're being asked to do now because the Macquarie Point Stadium is in the wrong site. It's an utter disgrace to deface our waterfront, our historic precinct, with a stadium of that size and that character. It's financially irresponsible And we know from the TPC draft integrated assessment, its environmentally and even public safety problems are insurmountable. And that's the end of my time. Thank you and welcome questions.
On the 24th of May, vote 1, Meg Webb Independent for Nelson.
My name is Meg Webb. I authorise this ad.